here today to give you a little tutorial on how to ombre your own hair. As you can see, and you may have noticed in my curly hair tutorial, my roots are getting pretty bad. So I thought, we're getting into fall now. I don't need to be so bright blonde all over, and the upkeep. That's the main issue of why I'm doing this ombre, because I just can't deal with my roots every 6 weeks right now, time and money wise. So I will say that if you are kind of nervous about dyeing your own hair or something, I would go to a hairstylist and have them do it. I mean, it may be more expensive, yes, but you're getting the service, and also you're getting kind of, peace of mind if you're going to someone you trust, because if you take home a box color from the drugstore or something and you mess up your hair, then you're going to spend the money that you spent on the hair color, and then you're also going to spend like 2 or 3 times what a normal salon visit would be on a color correction. So unless you're confident in the color you're choosing or the technique you're doing, I would recommend going to a hairstylist. But that said, I know not everyone can, like me, either afford or have time to go to the hairstylist. And I am a hairstylist, so that's why I'm kind of, confident in what I'm doing. Also, I'm not using box color. I am using a professional color. As you know, I went to a Paul Mitchell school, so I'm used to, Paul Mitchell colors. I've never used this brand before. It's Alpha Parf Milano. Sorry, I have a little bit of a cold. Alpha Parf Milano. But I talked to the girl at the store. Like, you can go to a Sally's or something in the US, and talk to the girl behind the counter, and she'll give you a recommendation about, what's good for your hair color, whether you have previously colored hair or, she'll help you out. But anyway, I got an 8.1, which is a light ash blonde, and the little tubes look like this. And I also, this time I ran out of developer, so I had to get a whole new bottle of developer, which costs just as much as this. But I mean, you're only using like a little bit at a time, so this is going to last you like forever. And they sell smaller bottles. They were just out of it where I went. So anyway, 8.1 in Alpha Parf, light ash blonde, which is pretty much my natural color, which is what I'm going for because I don't want to have to upkeep my roots anymore. So this is an ombre for people who already have lightened hair. I'm not going to be touching my ends at all. All I'm going to be doing is taking this color here, which matches my roots, and bringing it down. So this is for someone who already has lightened hair. I purposefully didn't straighten or curl or anything to my hair. This is air dried hair. I don't want to have to put any product on it because that can affect how the color will grab. So you want to have clean hair with no product on it. It can be next day. I washed my hair yesterday, so this is next day hair, but that's fine. Just make sure you don't have any products or anything in it because it can affect how the, sorry, my dog came over here. That can affect how the color will absorb into the hair. So now, without further ado, let me change to something a little more comfortable. Ta-da! Now, I just put on one of my husband's old t-shirts, I don't think he'll mind if I get some color on it. Oh, let me go through first and say what you're going to need. You're going to need, obviously, the color of your choice that matches your roots, and a developer that goes with the brand, of course, and a mixing bowl, and a little mixing spatula, or whisk, not a spatula, a whisk, a brush, some combs to comb it out, and then some clips for your hair. So, got everything all set up here, and I've got my little mirror here, so I'm going to be looking over here at some points. Okay, so I'm going to just go through and I'm going to brush my hair first because it is a little bit tangly. Alright, like my greasy hair. So you're going to want to part off your hair. So first you're going to go like your natural part, and then you're going to want to go from the toppest part, like the highest part, your crown, and then down to just right behind your ear. And it's going to look something like this. And you want to take this and clip it up out of the way. And you're going to see my very cute little knots here. And same thing on the other side. And then in the back, I'm actually going to turn around so you can see me do this. You're going to go from also the crown again, straight down the middle. So just like this, and split it in two. So there was that, and you're also going to clip these up out of the way as well. Alrighty, so now we're all clipped up and looking cute. So the next step is to actually mix the color. Exciting! So this particular brand is 1 part color to 1.5 part, ow, 1.5 part developer. So you need to check, it's usually on the box, you can find it online, or you can ask the girl at Sally's. You need to find what the mixing ratio is. And 9 times out of 10 there's going to be little markers on the side here, showing you how much you're using, and this is in ounces, I believe. So here we have 1/4 ounce, 1/2 ounce, 3/4 of an ounce. I have quite a bit of hair, so I think I'm going to start with 1/2 a tube, and you can always mix more later. So I'm going to start with 1/2 the tube. So there we go. And as you can see, I just squeezed it all down until I got to the halfway point. And it's going to look something like this, depending on, what brand would you get it. This actually smells pretty good. Most hair dyes have kind of a bad smell, but this one isn't too bad actually, which is nice. This doesn't smell like anything. So the developer was 1.5 parts. I know I look ridiculous sitting here with my hair like this, but whatever, anything for you guys. So I also don't have my beaker. I don't have my twisty tool, and I don't have my beaker here in Sweden. Those are still in a box in America in my old house. So, just eyeball it. It's not the end of the world if it's not exact. So this is 1 part now. So you want to take an equal part of it. I'm going to put it right next to it so we can kind of see. That's probably about equal. And then you want to take another 1/2 of that. So it's 1 part color to 1.5 part developer. And that's just this brand. I know Paul Mitchell brand is 1:1. So depends on the brand. So then you're going to take your little whiskey, not your whiskey, but your little whisk, although some whiskey wouldn't be bad right now. And you're just going to mix her up until it gets a nice consistency. Until it looks like frosting. So this is a pretty good consistency here. Now it's nice and shiny, It is a little bit runny, but hopefully it'll thicken up sitting here. So it looks like frosting, you can see. Nice and pretty. So shake that off, and I'm actually going to go put this in the sink. I will be right back. So you just want to rinse it off and make sure it's not going to be color in your whisk or anything. So now we're going to start. I always like to start in the back. That's just a personal preference of mine because that's how we were taught in school. But if you wanted to start in the front, you could. So first what you need to do is decide how far down you want your color to go. And I'm thinking, in this area right here is where I want the gradient to start. So my bottom layer is pretty much there, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it on my roots anyway, just so everything matches, and then I'm going to just feather it down a little bit, because you don't want a harsh line, going around your head. You want it to look naturally, like it, it grew out. So, yeah, so I'm going to start on the bottom, and I'm going to put it on my roots, and I'm going to feather it down a little bit. So the back of the brush is really good for this. You take a horizontal section, like this, and then you can clip the rest back up. I'll turn around so you can see. You just take a horizontal section like this. And clip the rest of it up out of the way. So, and then you're just going to take your brush and you're just going to get a little bit on there, and you're going to start painting your roots. Turn this way so you can kind of see. And And then you're going to use the thing like a brush and just bring it down a little bit. So you want the heaviest part to be on the roots. So you're just going to do like this. There we go. And then the next part. It's really easy. Not hard at all. My cat is going nuts right now. And you're just going to keep doing that up the whole entire section. Section, and now you're going to do the same thing on the other side, and I'm just going to twist this just because I have so much hair to work with. I'm just going to twist this and pin it up here. That's all I'm doing. And then the same thing on this side. And what I'm doing is I am putting it on kind of heavy up by the roots and then just fanning it down because I want that diffused look, you know, I don't want it to be a harsh line like I have now because then it's just going to be the same thing, just longer. So you want to have a really nice diffused line on this. That's the whole thing with an ombre, is you don't want to have a harsh line. So this is where it's going to get kind of hard for me because I have my mirror over here and I'm right-handed. So just bear with me on this section, guys. Hey guys, I am so sorry. My camera battery died on this section, as you probably saw because that's the last thing I showed. But seriously, I just did the same thing all over the head. I just took horizontal sections and like put it on heavy at the roots and kind of fanned it down. And then after it was all over my head, I just kind of went like this on my scalp to kind of like just rub it in and make sure it was everywhere. And then I just like very little just kind of went like this just to distribute it even more through the hair. So now I'm going to be rocking this nice mullet look for the next half an hour, and I will charge up my camera for you guys. I just put a little bit in. I charged it while I was finishing up my hair just so I could film this tiny little section just to update you, but I will see you in 30 minutes. Alrighty, so I'm about to rinse it out. It's been about 30 minutes. As you can see, it's much darker up here where my roots were, and then since I only put a little bit down in here, it's much brighter than it is up here, but still darker than it is down here. So hopefully we will be getting the diffused look we're going for. So I'm just gonna go rinse it out and I will be right back. Hey guys, so I just rinsed it out. I haven't even looked at it yet, so we're gonna get a first look together. I just put the towel on top of my head in the shower and just put my shirt back on. I tried not to wash my face or get any water on my face so that I can keep my makeup on. But let's just see how this is. Just gonna squeeze it dry a little bit. There. It does have that gradient look, but we'll have to see how it looks when it's dry. But let me just brush it out. I didn't even put any detangling spray in it yet. I should have done that. Because I am very tender-headed. But it looks like I got the exact look I was going for. See how it kind of gets like darker and then light down to the bottom? I am very happy. So far. We'll see how it looks when it's dry. But you can pretty much usually tell before. sucks because my hair gets so tangly and I am the most tender-headed person in the world too. There. I think it's really nice. It's a good update for fall, but without going completely dark because I am a blondie at heart. But I'm gonna go dry it for you guys and I will see you in a minute. Ta-da! So what do you think? I really like it. I think it's a great way to just darken up just a little bit for fall without going like a full brunette look, which I did, not last year, but year before. I did like a kind of mahogany-ish brownish red color, and I really liked it, but you know, the whole time I was just like, I miss my blonde hair. But I think this is just a really nice way for it to look a little bit more natural. I think it's a really nice way to not have to go to the salon every 6 to 8 weeks to get your roots touched up. Now I can just let this grow out pretty much till next spring or summer, and when I get my full head of highlights again, and then I'll probably do the same thing next fall. So that's it. I'll do a little spin for you so you can see the color all the way around. And that's it. Hope you like this tutorial. Leave me a comment if you have any questions or anything. I'd be more than happy to answer them for you. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. So that's it.